The stars hold secrets, ancient secrets, secrets of beings who came from the sky, beings of immense power and knowledge. These beings, the Anunnaki, left their mark on our world. They are woven into our oldest myths and legends. They are the whispered answers to humanity's biggest questions. Who are we? Where did we come from? Why are we here? The idea of the Anunnaki's return is both exhilarating and terrifying. It challenges everything we think we know about our history, our religion, our place in the universe. It suggests that we are not alone, that we have never been alone. More importantly, it suggests that our destiny is intertwined with these powerful beings from the stars. Why are we so drawn to the Anunnaki? Perhaps it is because their story offers a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. In a world often defined by chaos and uncertainty, the Anunnaki represent order and purpose. Their return holds the promise of answers, of guidance, of a new era of peace and enlightenment. Long ago, when Earth was young, the Anunnaki came to a momentous decision. They would reshape this world in their image. They would uplift the primitive hominids that roamed the land. Enki, the master geneticist, delved into the building blocks of life. He saw the potential within the hominids, a spark of divinity waiting to be ignited. With wisdom and precision, he crafted humankind. From the clay of the earth and the essence of the Anunnaki, the first humans were born, not as slaves, but as a workforce, designed to ease the burden of the gods. They toiled in the fields and mined the gold the Anunnaki craved. But Enki had a grander vision for his creation. He saw in humanity a reflection of the Anunnaki themselves, a race capable of intelligence, creativity, and even spirituality. And so, he defied his brother Enlil, who believed humanity should remain subservient. Enki whispered secrets to the humans, shared fragments of knowledge. He taught them agriculture, writing, and the arts of civilization. He nurtured their curiosity, fostering within them a desire to learn and grow. The Garden of Eden, a paradise where humans first walked with their creators, became a crucible of knowledge. The Tree of Life, a symbol of the Anunnaki's advanced technology, granted long life and access to forbidden wisdom. Humanity, guided by Enki's compassionate hand, took its first steps toward a destiny far greater than its creators had ever imagined. As centuries passed, human civilization blossomed. Cities rose, empires expanded, and knowledge spread like wildfire. The Anunnaki, once worshipped as gods, watched with a mixture of pride and apprehension as their creations surpassed their expectations. Enki's gamble had paid off. Humanity was proving to be a quick study, embracing the gifts of civilization with remarkable speed. Great libraries were built, repositories of knowledge passed down from the Anunnaki. The teachings of Enki, once whispered in secret, were inscribed on stone tablets and papyrus scrolls. Astronomy, mathematics, medicine, fields once exclusive to the Anunnaki, became cornerstones of human learning. The lines between gods and men began to blur. Human ambition soared, mirroring the towering ziggurats they built to reach the heavens. They sought to unlock the secrets of the universe, to unravel the mysteries of life and death. Some humans, driven by the knowledge imparted by the Anunnaki, dared to challenge the authority of their creators. They yearned for independence, for the freedom to forge their own destiny. This newfound assertiveness did not sit well with all the Anunnaki. Enlil, ever wary of humanity's potential, saw their growing knowledge as a threat to the established order. He feared that humans, in their hubris, would bring about their own destruction. Seeds of discord were sown, setting the stage for a conflict that would reverberate through the ages. The Anunnaki, despite their advanced technology and godlike powers, were not immune to internal strife. Enki and Enlil, brothers bound by blood and destiny, found themselves on opposing sides of a growing divide. Their conflicting views on humanity poisoned their relationship, creating a rift that would have devastating consequences. Enlil, a stern and authoritarian figure, believed that humans had grown too powerful, too independent. He saw their ambition as a dangerous transgression, a violation of the natural order. He argued for stricter control, for measures designed to curb human progress and remind them of their place in the cosmic hierarchy. Enki, the compassionate creator, defended his creations. He saw their flaws, their capacity for destruction, but also their potential for greatness. He pleaded for patience, for understanding, arguing that humanity needed guidance, not punishment. The fate of humankind hung in the balance as the two brothers clashed, their disagreement echoing through the heavens. The seeds of discord spread beyond the Anunnaki, infecting humanity itself. Wars erupted as kings and emperors, influenced by the whispers of rival gods, vied for power and dominance. The once unified human race, guided by the wisdom of the Anunnaki, fractured into warring factions. The golden age of peace and prosperity began to crumble, foreshadowing a time of darkness and uncertainty. Millennia have passed since the Anunnaki departed Earth, leaving humanity to chart its own course. Yet, their legacy lingers, a whisper in the wind, a shadow in the night. The world today is a far cry from the paradise of Eden, or the golden age of the ancient Sumerian cities. We are a species divided, consumed by our own desires and fears. Wars rage across the globe, fueled by ancient hatreds and insatiable greed. The very elements seem to rebel against us, unleashing natural disasters with a terrifying frequency. The climate changes, the ice caps melt, and the seas rise, threatening to engulf our coastal cities. We have become a plague upon our own planet, consuming its resources with reckless abandon. Fear and uncertainty grip the hearts of men. Ancient prophecies, once dismissed as mere superstition, now resonate with chilling relevance. The doomsayers preach of impending apocalypse, their voices amplified by the cacophony of social media. Religious fundamentalism, a cancer upon the soul of humanity, spreads its poisonous ideology, promising salvation through violence and division. We have become lost in our own labyrinth of progress, blinded by the glittering allure of technology and consumerism. We have forgotten the wisdom of our ancestors, the lessons learned from the Anunnaki. The world teeters on the precipice, poised to plunge into an abyss of our own making. Is this the end that the ancient prophecies foretold? Or is it a catalyst for change, a wake-up call for a species teetering on the brink? Throughout human history, across cultures and continents, ancient prophecies have warned of a time of great upheaval, a period of darkness and tribulation preceding a new age of peace and enlightenment. These prophecies, often shrouded in symbolism and allegory, speak of a world out of balance, a world in desperate need of redemption. The ancient Sumerian texts, inscribed on clay tablets millennia ago, tell of a time when the gods would return to judge humanity, to separate the righteous from the wicked. They describe a celestial alignment, a harbinger of great change, when Nibiru, the home planet of the Anunnaki, would once again grace Earth's skies. The Bible too speaks of an end times, a period of great tribulation, marked by war, famine, and natural disasters. The book of Revelation describes the return of a messianic figure, a king of kings who will judge the living and the dead. Could these prophecies, separated by time and culture, be describing the same event, the return of the Anunnaki? The parallels are undeniable. The prophecies speak of a time of great upheaval, a time when the old order crumbles and a new era is born. They speak of divine intervention, of powerful beings descending from the heavens to guide humanity through a period of unprecedented change. As the world descends into chaos, the echoes of these ancient warnings grow louder, their message impossible to ignore. The world watches in stunned disbelief as the impossible unfolds before their very eyes. Astronomers, once skeptical, confirm the existence of a rogue planet in our solar system, its trajectory aligning with the ancient Sumerian prophecies. Nibiru, the long-lost home of the Anunnaki, is returning to Earth. Governments scramble to maintain order as panic spreads like wildfire. Religious institutions, already weakened by scandal and dwindling faith, struggle to make sense of the unfolding events. Are these the end times foretold in their scriptures? Is this the return of their savior, or the arrival of a force beyond their comprehension? The fabric of society begins to unravel. Financial markets crash, supply chains collapse, and cities descend into chaos. The thin veneer of civilization, carefully constructed over millennia, peels away, revealing the raw instincts of fear, greed, and desperation lurking beneath. Yet, amidst the chaos and despair, a glimmer of hope emerges. Some see the return of the Anunnaki, not as a harbinger of destruction, but as an opportunity for redemption. Perhaps these advanced beings, our creators according to ancient lore, have returned to guide us through this time of turmoil, to offer us wisdom and knowledge to rebuild our world. As the old world crumbles around us, a new chapter in human history is about to be written. The sky, once a familiar canvas of stars and constellations, now bore a new celestial body. Nibiru, the 10th planet, blazed with an eerie, otherworldly light as it drew closer to Earth. The sight was both mesmerizing and terrifying. For some, it was the fulfillment of ancient prophecies, a sign that the gods of old had returned. For others, it was a harbinger of doom, a cosmic intruder threatening to unravel the very fabric of reality. The initial shock soon gave way to global pandemonium. News channels around the world broadcast images of Nibiru's approach, their commentators struggling to maintain a semblance of composure amidst the growing hysteria. Governments, caught off guard and ill-prepared, issued conflicting statements, some urging calm, while others hinted at impending disaster. Then, as if to confirm humanity's wildest fears, the impossible happened. From the heavens descended a fleet of spacecraft, their sleek metallic hulls gleaming in the sunlight. They moved with a grace and precision that defied human comprehension, their arrival silencing the cacophony of Earth's anxieties with a deafening silence. The Anunnaki had returned. Their ships, massive and awe-inspiring, cast long shadows over a world holding its breath. The gods of ancient Sumer, once relegated to the realm of myth and legend, were now a tangible reality, their presence heralding a new era fraught with both promise and peril. The world watched, captivated and terrified, as the Anunnaki prepared to make their presence known. The arrival of the Anunnaki sent shockwaves through the world's religions. For millennia, these institutions had offered humanity explanations for the unknown, solace in times of hardship, and a moral compass to guide their actions. Now, faced with the tangible evidence of beings once worshipped as gods, many found their faith shaken to its core. The very foundations of their belief systems seemed to crumble. Were the holy scriptures merely tales spun by primitive minds struggling to comprehend the advanced technology of the Anunnaki? Were the prophets of old simply messengers for these extraterrestrial beings, their divine pronouncements nothing more than carefully crafted manipulations? The faithful grappled with these unsettling questions, their doubts amplified by the pronouncements of skeptics and the opportunistic pronouncements of doomsayers. Some clung to their faith, interpreting the Anunnaki's return as a test, a tribulation to be endured before the eventual triumph of good over evil. Others, disillusioned and confused, felt the foundations of their world crumbling beneath their feet. The crisis of faith extended beyond organized religion, permeating the very fabric of society. Long-held beliefs, moral codes, and societal norms were called into question. If the Anunnaki were indeed our creators, as the ancient Sumerian texts suggested, what did that mean for humanity's sense of self-worth? Were we merely pawns in a cosmic game, our destinies predetermined by beings beyond our understanding? The answers to these questions, if they existed at all, were elusive, leaving humanity teetering on the precipice of an existential crisis. Section 3. A world divided. The arrival of the Anunnaki did not usher in a period of global unity. Instead, it exacerbated existing divisions, turning neighbor against neighbor, nation against nation. The world, already grappling with political instability, economic inequality, and social unrest, now faced a new threat: division fueled by fear, uncertainty, and the unknown. Some welcomed the Anunnaki as saviors, believing their advanced technology and wisdom held the key to solving Earth's most pressing problems. They formed cults and movements, their ranks swelling with those desperate for answers, for hope, for something to believe in amidst the chaos. Others viewed the Anunnaki with suspicion and fear, seeing them as invaders, their intentions shrouded in mystery. They armed themselves, forming militias and resistance groups, preparing to defend their world from what they perceived as an existential threat. Governments, struggling to maintain control, found themselves caught in the middle, forced to navigate the treacherous waters of a world rapidly polarizing. The lines were drawn, not along geographical borders or ideological divides, but along the fault lines of belief. On one side stood those who embraced the Anunnaki, placing their faith in the promise of a new world order. On the other, those who resisted, determined to preserve their way of life, their freedom, their very humanity. The world watched, holding its breath as the tension escalated, the potential for conflict looming like a dark cloud on the horizon. Section 1. Prophecies across time. The Anunnaki's return, a spectacle witnessed by the entire world, ignited a firestorm of debate and speculation. Were these beings benevolent deities returning to guide their creation, or harbingers of an ancient prophecy, foretelling judgment and tribulation? Across the globe, cultures steeped in their own unique mythologies found eerie parallels between the Anunnaki's arrival and their own prophetic traditions. From the dusty scrolls of the Dead Sea to the ancient Vedic Semitic hymns of India, whispers of a pivotal moment in human history, a time of reckoning and renewal, resonated with newfound urgency. The Hopi spoke of the return of the Kachinas, powerful spirits who would separate the righteous from the wicked. The Norse anticipated Ragnarok, a cataclysmic battle between gods that would consume the world in flames, only to be reborn anew. Each culture, separated by time and geography, held fast to its own version of the future. Yet a common thread bound them together, the belief in a divine intervention, a pivotal moment when the veil between the heavens and earth would be lifted, and humanity's destiny would be irrevocably altered. The Anunnaki, with their advanced technology and claims of creation, seemed to embody these prophecies, becoming a blank slate upon which humanity projected its hopes and fears. Were they the gods of old, returning to reclaim their dominion? Or were they something else entirely, a force beyond our comprehension, here to usher in an era unlike anything humanity had ever known? Section 2. The Messiah Archetype. The concept of a messianic figure, a savior who descends from the heavens to deliver humanity from darkness, permeates religious and mythological traditions worldwide. The Anunnaki, with their sudden reappearance and claims of shaping human history, inadvertently tapped into this primal archetype, igniting both hope and apprehension. Christians, long anticipating the second coming of Christ, saw in the Anunnaki's arrival echoes of their own prophecies. The Book of Revelation, with its vivid descriptions of a final battle between good and evil, resonated with the fear and uncertainty gripping the world. Was this the tribulation, the period of great suffering that would precede the return of their Savior? Muslims, awaiting the arrival of the Mahdi, a guided one who would restore justice and peace, grappled with the implications of the Anunnaki's return. Would these extraterrestrial beings usher in a new era of Islamic rule, fulfilling the prophecies of a world united under a single faith? Across faiths and cultures, the question resonated: were the Anunnaki harbingers of salvation or agents of destruction? Were they here to fulfill humanity's spiritual yearning for redemption? Or would their presence shatter the very foundations of faith and plunge the world into an era of unprecedented darkness? The Anunnaki's presence had become a global Rorschach test, their arrival interpreted through the lens of each culture's unique beliefs and prophecies. Some saw them as divine messengers, harbingers of a new golden age. Others perceived them as celestial usurpers, intent on subjugating humanity and reclaiming their dominion over Earth. This clash of ideologies, fueled by fear and uncertainty, threatened to tear the world apart. Religious leaders issued conflicting pronouncements, some urging their followers to embrace the Anunnaki as divine emissaries, others warning of deception and urging resistance against these false gods. Governments struggled to maintain order amidst the escalating tensions. Alliances crumbled, new power structures emerged, and the world watched with bated breath, bracing for a confrontation that could redefine the very meaning of humanity. The Anunnaki, for their part, remained silent, their true intentions obscured behind a veil of advanced technology and an aura of otherworldly detachment. Whether they were aware of the chaos their presence had unleashed, whether they intended to fulfill humanity's prophecies or forge a new path entirely, remained a mystery. One thing was certain: the destinies of humanity and the Anunnaki had become inextricably intertwined, the outcome of their convergence shrouded in uncertainty. As tensions on Earth reached a fever pitch, a hush fell over the planet. The Anunnaki ships, which had remained stationary in a silent spectacle of power, suddenly stirred. From the heart of their fleet, a vessel larger and more magnificent than any other emerged, its surface shimmering with an ethereal golden light. This was no mere ship. It was a palace fit for a king, a celestial chariot descending from the heavens. Aboard this vessel was Anu, king of the Anunnaki, ruler of Nibiru. His arrival had been whispered about in ancient texts, a legend passed down through generations. Anu, the patriarch, the lawgiver, the ultimate authority among the Anunnaki, had deemed it necessary to intervene personally in the unfolding drama on Earth. His arrival was nothing short of breathtaking. A ramp extended from the ship, reaching down towards the Earth like a divine staircase. Anu, flanked by elite guards and followed by a procession of dignitaries, descended slowly. His presence was commanding. His gaze seemed to pierce through the very fabric of reality, taking in the awe, the fear, and the anticipation of the assembled masses below. Anu, with a voice that resonated with ancient power, addressed the world. He spoke of the Anunnaki's long history with Earth, of their role in shaping humanity's beginnings. He acknowledged the mistakes made, the conflicts that had sown discord. But his message, above all, was one of peace, of reconciliation, of a new covenant between the gods of old and the children of Earth. Anu's words, translated simultaneously across languages, echoed across the globe. His call for peace, for unity, resonated deeply with many who yearned for an end to the escalating tensions. Here was a being of immense power, a figure straight out of humanity's oldest stories, offering a path forward, a chance to heal the fractured world. Yet, even as Anu spoke, seeds of doubt lingered in the hearts of many. The scars of the past ran deep. The Anunnaki's history with humanity was not one of uninterrupted benevolence. Their ancient stories spoke of manipulation, of power struggles, of periods of darkness and destruction. Whispers of dissent began to circulate, fueled by fear of the unknown and the deep-seated human instinct for self-preservation. Was Anu's offer of peace genuine, or was it a calculated ploy to regain control over a species that had long outgrown its dependence on its creators? The world watched, captivated and apprehensive, as the next chapter of the Anunnaki's return began to unfold. Anu's arrival had shifted the paradigm, but the ultimate outcome remained uncertain. Would humanity seize this opportunity to forge a new destiny alongside their creators? Or would old wounds and mistrust lead to a conflict that could spell doom for both species? The answer, like the future itself, hung precariously in the balance. Anu's arrival marks a pivotal moment, a crossroads in the intertwined destinies of humanity and the Anunnaki. His call for peace, for cooperation, offers a glimmer of hope in a world teetering on the brink of chaos. Could this be the dawn of a new golden age, an era where ancient wisdom and advanced technology converge to create a brighter future? Imagine a world where the Anunnaki, with their millennia of knowledge and experience, guide humanity towards a more sustainable path. Imagine cities powered by clean energy, diseases eradicated by advanced medicine, poverty and hunger relegated to the history books. Imagine a world united, not by force, but by a shared purpose, a collective desire to unlock the full potential of our species. This potential future, though tantalizing, is not a foregone conclusion. It will require a monumental leap of faith, a willingness to confront our deepest fears and prejudices. Can we, a species so often divided by greed, ambition, and mistrust, rise to the challenge and embrace a future where we are no longer alone in the cosmos? The choice, ultimately, rests in our hands. The Anunnaki, for all their power and wisdom, cannot force us to choose unity over division, peace over conflict. The future, as always, remains unwritten, a tapestry woven from the threads of our choices, our actions, and our collective will. The Anunnaki's return is not merely a futuristic event. It is a reflection of our shared past, a reminder of the enduring power of ancient myths and their hold on the human psyche. Their story, passed down through millennia, speaks to our deepest fears and aspirations, our fascination with the unknown, and our enduring quest for meaning in a seemingly chaotic universe. Their legacy is etched into our collective memory, woven into the fabric of our civilizations. From the towering ziggurats of ancient Mesopotamia to the intricate hieroglyphs of the Egyptian pyramids, from the epic poems of Homer to the biblical tales of creation and destruction, the echoes of the Anunnaki resonate through time. Their return compels us to confront uncomfortable questions about our place in the cosmic order. Were we created in their image, as the Sumerian texts suggest, or did we simply emerge from the primordial soup, a fortunate accident in a vast and indifferent universe? The answer, whatever it may be, has profound implications for our understanding of ourselves, our purpose, and our relationship with the cosmos. The Anunnaki story, regardless of its veracity, serves as a potent reminder that humanity's journey is not linear, but cyclical. We are a species prone to both brilliance and folly, capable of great leaps forward and devastating regressions. The return of the gods, whether real or metaphorical, challenges us to break free from this cycle, to learn from the mistakes of the past and forge a new path towards a more enlightened future. The Anunnaki, in their return, have become a mirror reflecting humanity back upon itself. Their presence has exposed our divisions, amplified our fears, and ignited our imaginations. Whether we embrace them as saviors, denounce them as deceivers, or simply watch with a mixture of awe and apprehension, their impact on our world is undeniable. Their story, once confined to the dusty pages of ancient texts, is now being written in real time, its narrative unfolding on a global stage. The choices we make, individually and collectively, will determine the course of this story, shaping not only our own destiny, but also the legacy we leave for generations to come. The Anunnaki's return is a reminder that the universe is full of mysteries, that our understanding of reality is constantly evolving. It is a call to embrace curiosity over fear, to seek knowledge and understanding, rather than retreating into dogma and division. As we navigate the uncharted waters of this new era, let us remember the words of the ancient Sumerian proverb: "The gods do not subtract from the allotted span of a man's life the days spent in contemplation." Let us contemplate the implications of the Anunnaki's return with wisdom, with compassion, and with a steadfast belief in our own ability to shape a future worthy of our place among the stars.